Good night, fellow punters. The clock on the wall tells me it's 20 minutes away from 11 o'clock on Monday night. Like Manny's the man said to his wife when he came home from a few pints years ago, I'm just home from town. That's me. I'm just home from the Palace Bar. I had 3 pints there. Got in there about 8 o'clock. Paul from Rosscray, he goes under Jean Cordial there, his wife. Met him, that's the second time to meet him in there. Nice few in there, few locals. $7.20 for a pint. It's absolutely gone sky high in Dublin to have a pint. The taxi driver on the way in was saying to me, much as a pint in there? I said probably $6.50 or $7.20. Good Guinness. The owner of that establishment's mother came from Roscommon. That's why it has a soft spot for me down through the years. He wasn't there tonight. Actually, one of the barmen mother came from Crockery in Roscommon as well. But he didn't know him by his accent, a good strong Dublin accent. Nice crowd in though. Music starting upstairs as I was leaving. With an early start this morning, I left here about 10 to 8, picked them up in the Ashling Hotel. What are we going to do? I asked. He says we just want to walk about. We come from a rural small town. We want to see the big city, the big smoke. So I parked up on Nassau Street and I walked with them. And again, we walked up Kildare Street, walked a bit of the Stephen's Green, walked down Grafton Street. Halfway down there, there's a road to the right, and there's a church at the end of it. They're big into churches. And we walked down Dame Street then into Dublin Castle, walked through the grounds, up to Christ Church. And I said, it was 10 past 12 at that point. I said, I'll leave you now, I'll walk back to Nassau Street, which took me over 20 minutes to get the bus, and I'll meet you at St. Patrick's Cathedral. And when I got back, that their duties done there, and we went down to the Brazen Head and had lunch. I had the beef stew, top class, and one of them had the bacon and cabbage, recommended by me, very satisfied with the meal. Fish and chips, chicken salad, and the main man had the beef stew. They're 54 years married, and they're like 2 young lovers. They walk hand in hand everywhere together, and she lies into him when she's having a bit to eat or something to drink. They're a great couple. And he shakes hands with me each evening, which is only the 3rd time I think that has happened in the few years I'm at this crack. When they we did an appointment or a booking with Guinness Storehouse at 2 o'clock, got them there at 5 to 2, big crowd round, and they were out about 4, dropped them back to the hotel, picked them up at 6:15, and I dropped them to the Arlington Hotel for Celtic Nights. That a 3-course meal booked by the tour company, and the show then, the Celtic Nights show is like Riverdance from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. So I came back here, got an Uber into town, 3 pints back. So that was my day. Went in to get the Tesco Express across from the Palace Bar there on Fleet Street, or Temple Bar, whatever you call it. Went in to get a bag of potato, and a fella bothered me for a sandwich, and I bought one for him. He actually, when I was so willing, he followed me into the shop, and I said, wait at the door. If you piss me off, I said, you'll get nothing. So I got him a chicken and stuffing sandwich anyway. So it must be reduced because it was down for a fiver, and I got something else with a bag of chips, and it was only 7 something. So anyway, he went off happy. We had 1 out of 3. I thought definitely we'd have 2 out of 3 today. I thought we'd have a meatloaf day. We had Duressa going off nicely backed. And the first 4 were all double figures in SP returns. We got blocked when we were making our run, and I think we've finished 5th or something. A horse, green triangle from O'Brien's yard, that just he had the 1-2. He just gets good luck in those races. Then we had a nice winner, well gambled on all day, Leicester lady. I think return maybe 11-8. It was odds on earlier in the day. Given a great ride and a very willing, gutsy performance. Looked to be, I'd love to have known what it traded at the back of the last in running, because it looked like it was going to get beat. But he dropped, or he got off the horse, so something must have happened. I hope she's okay. She's that's her 6th win. And then tonight, late money for Bodorgan, which was a positive. But why did he not? He's a front runner. Why did he not push him up? He pulled him back. Horse lost all energy, and an outsider wins it in 22-1. That used to be with Joseph O'Brien as well, and Adrian Murray in Ireland. Small fields like that, just send them out to the front, and if they get beat, they get beat, but don't let them get beat by wasting energy. Tomorrow, the one bet, there was a few that was tickling me fancy. One there is Activist. It was 13-8 into even money now. It should win tomorrow, if anyone wants to back a shorty. There's a nice race, a hurdle race as well. I was tempted to put up Maggie's Boy, but there's a back and trip. I don't know, will it suit? I prefer to see it at 3 miles. So I come down with one at 4:47 in Leicester, Commanding Prince. Second, no, half brother to Mazaire, who won the Dante and won the Epsom Derby at 1.5 miles. But this horse doesn't seem to stay a mile. Has won a couple of times at 7 furlongs, and the last time it looked to be all over a winner, and it didn't get home. So back at 7, Tom Marquand in the plate for Archie Watson. The danger looks to be Chalk Mountain. Hasn't won on the turf, has won 5 times on the Goo. Twice lately I have went against a horse with a similar profile, and both times I was proved wrong. So hopefully it's 3rd time lucky with the selection Commanding Prince, and maybe we should do a reverse forecast with Chalk Mountain and Commanding Prince. Chalk Mountain ran a nice race the last year, which was 3rd in Kimpton, but hopefully my choice is right. I think it's about 11-4 shot as we speak. I don't know what the price will be in the morning, so it's heading for 11. I get this into the oven and I will get to bed. We're off to Langerland in the morning, down to the Langers. So we're staying tomorrow night. They're staying in the Imperial Hotel, and I'm in a B&B in Glanmire somewhere. I didn't stay in it before. This will be the first time in a few years that the clients would have stayed in the Imperial and I wasn't put up in the same place. It's with a different Irish tour company, and they don't seem to be doing things as well as the good ones, shall we say, because later in the week we are staying in Lahinch, and there's dinner booked for the 4 people in Dirty Nelly's, which is about 45 minutes drive, so that doesn't make sense. So there'll either have to be a change, or else I'll have to get a taxi back, because I can drop them there, but I wouldn't be around it'll be beyond my bedtime. But that's what you get when you get people that don't know the run of the land making decisions and putting itineraries together, I suppose. Anyway, I'm rambling on. Thanks to Paul for having a few pints tonight. I seen a message left earlier as well that there was somebody from Dublin. If he was in, I didn't see him. I'll be back again sometime soon. Bash the bookies, over and out.